G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. No, Aiyuk's not a Steeler yet. Kind of getting over it. However, I do want to talk about something that is in terms of this receivers who we have on the roster. Now, George Pickens, he should be receiver number one. Then next, I think it's going to be Van Jefferson. I think Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, coming back from his injury. I'm kind of highlighting now too. I think Des Fitzpatrick, I think he might have a chance to make the team as well. So Steelers might go with 5, maybe 6 receivers. Des also can make the team as a gunner. Now I've got some comments here from George Pickens I want to talk about. Nothing too crazy. He's just giving his take on the Aiyuk drama, and this stuff needs to end. It 100% needs to end. I just did a good podcast with these fellas too, by the way, from the AFC North Roundtable. So I will put the link in the description below. The live we just had was awesome about 2 hours ago. So from Cincinnati, Zim, Bobby Baltimore, Bobby, and Chef Say, the Browns host, we had a really good conversation talking about what happened in training camp. And we started to talk about the receiver talk in Pittsburgh and George Pickens and in obviously his role in the Aiyuk drama. And I'm thinking, I really don't care anymore about Aiyuk coming to the Steelers. Now, if he does, fine, I'll backtrack and I'll support him. I'll go and buy the whatever number jersey he puts on. I don't care. If he does, if the trade goes through and the Steelers accept Aiyuk, fine. Let it happen. All good, all gravy. Let's move on. But I'm kind of cool at the moment with Pickens and the receiver room that we have. Now, it's not the most flashiest receiver room out there, but I'm kind of okay with it. Here are the comments, though, from George Pickens. So George Pickens was asked about the Aiyuk drama, and have you heard about Aiyuk coming to the Steelers? What are your thoughts about the trade? And he said this. He said, no, not really much. He said, I'm here just with the guys, teammates, being in Latrobe, chilling. I kind of only lock into on the Steelers. I hear about it in terms of Aiyuk rumors, but I don't really indulge in it. Now, first of all, that's a great answer. It's a fantastic answer. He's pushing it aside, don't really acknowledge it. And if I don't really know about Aiyuk. What's this? What's Aiyuk talk? I'm more locked in what I'm doing for my team, the Steelers. But it makes you think, though, if Aiyuk were to be traded, let's say if it does happen, I keep saying over the next few days, but it feels like months and months and months. This has to end shortly. It needs to end. The rumors are ramping up, and it needs to end. But if he were to be traded, yes, our team would be better. Aiyuk would make our receiver room top 2, top 1. It would be a really good receiver room with Pickens. But would that affect George Pickens? We do know he's got kind of a bit of an ego. If you bring in Aiyuk, is it going to help the receiver room with another guy there? Or do you want to see the receiver room just have one bloke? One guy being George Pickens. He's your number one. Van Jefferson carves his rollout as number 2. Calvin Austin carves his rollout as number 3. Maybe have Roman Wilson 4. And like I said, Des Fitzpatrick, in my opinion, I think he has a big chance to make the team because he's playing good reps on the receiver and he's playing good reps at the returning game, and he's a gunner. So I'm not too worried if they don't go and trade for Aiyuk. I'm kind of over the drama. But George Pickens is pushing it away. He's focused on his Steelers football. He's focused on going back and forth with the quarterback, learning with his teammates. He's not worried about this drama either. But if he were to be added, I think that it could be some controversy between the two receivers on who's the better player. Is it Aiyuk or is it Pickens? I feel like this team this year in 2024, the Steelers need to focus on who their quarterback number 1 is. That's Wilson. I think he's going to start. I think a lot of fans think he's going to start, and I can't wait to watch him play football. Wilson versus Trubisky versus the Bills. Another preseason game. Hopefully we see Wilson play 2 or 3 drives. Then also this year, we're focusing on the run. We're focusing on the tight end game. We're focusing on the new build-up of the O-line and Troy Fautanu, and he's out for the moment with his injury. Nate Herbig, apparently he's a bit injured now too. So Zach Frazier stepping up in that role. Guys like, Dan Moore and Jones and that little bit of chaos there. Who's going to start there at left tackle? Or do you move in the absence of Fautanu? Do you move Jones back to the right and play Dan Moore? there's more things to kind of worry about or look at in the terms of the Steelers sense than Aiyuk coming to the Steelers. But that's all we seem to be focused on. And that's what I want to come from a different angle. If George Pickens isn't worried about it as a receiver on this team, then we really should start to push it away until it happens. So I know I've titled in this episode Brandon Aiyuk or Pickens comments on Brandon Aiyuk, but at the moment it's just not happening, and I'm good with it. I look at last week and I saw Dez Fitzpatrick, his catch of 20 plus yards. I saw Van Jefferson. I saw Scotty Miller got some reps in there. I'm good with this receiver corps. Yes, it's not flashy, but it's like it's ours. It's our receiver corps. It's the Steelers way, right? Some guys who can play physical off the line. Darnell is going to be really, really big as a tight end. So is Fryermuth. Maybe we don't need 1, 2, 3, flashy receivers out there. Maybe we just need 1, 2 pieces at receiver. Then we need tight end, and then we need running backs. And that's how you chip and chase down the field. Go back and forth from Wilson to linking up with Najee Harris, or Warren's going to have a huge year. Those are the guys I'm looking for. The pass catchers are like Harris, Warren, Muth, big Darnell on the line who can block. And then that's what I want to see, how this offense can move forward, right? Not super worried at this. I'm really getting over this Aiyuk stuff. But if George Pickens is saying, okay, not that much, I'm here with the guys, being Latrobe, locked in, I don't really want to indulge in it, right? And I think as well as a Steelers fan base, we definitely have indulged in it because that's all we've been hearing about is the Aiyuk rumor and trade. Because right now, there's apparently 2 teams. There's 49ers and there's Steelers. And that's it. And there's one deal. There's a deal being done apparently from us. There's Omar Khan. The contract's been laid out there. We're just waiting and seeing to see where he signs. But in terms of our receiver group, I like Pickens number 1. I like Van Jefferson. He's going to bounce back from Atlanta. Had a really good year with the Rams. And I like the fact that Calvin Austin has improved his route running ability. He's super fast. He's super quick. He's going to be someone to watch too. And then also we haven't seen Roman Wilson yet at his position because he got banged up with a bit of an injury during camp. So maybe he can play this week. I don't know. Or maybe he can play the week after. But we're getting ready for the regular season. And I'm pretty good with our, it's not the craziest group at receiver, but we have George Pickens. As long as we have him and Russell Wilson can feed him the football 20, 30, 40 yards in the field, make big plays and run to the end zone, I think we're pretty good. Anyways, guys, make sure you check out that too. Check out this one here as well, AFC North Roundtable. Go and follow them, have a like, share it, whatnot. But I'll put that in the description below. Really fun talking to these guys. Gives you a different insight into the minds of the AFC North. Like, I can't stand the Bengals, can't stand, you guys can put in the emojis in the chat if you want to, can't stand the Browns or the Ravens. But it really is a good insight to these fellas having a weekly podcast and talking about their team and my team, the Steelers. But in terms of receiver, I'm not too worried. I'm really not too worried about it. George Pickens is going to have a fantastic year. I hope so. And then you're going to have the backup with Van Jefferson, another bounce back from Atlanta. The rookie, I think he's going to be exciting to watch, and Calvin Austin and Dez Fitzpatrick. Look out for Dez Fitzpatrick. I think he has a big chance. He's been on our practice squad, I think, the last 2 years or year and a half. He has a massive chance to make this team as a gunner and also as a receiver number 5. All right, Steeler Nation, I might see you guys later on for another live, but that's it for now. I'll see you later.